Welcome to Kidmissing TV. I am your host, Angelina Wilson, and I'm going to give you a warning. This is a tough one because it's a young child. On January 8, 2014, the body of a 5 to 7-year-old child, partially skeletonized, who had been dead for years, we'll get into the more specifics, was found in Sharkey County, Mississippi. An employee of Do-It Hack Hole Services found the skull of a small child on the Sharkey and Issaquah County line. So only the skull was recovered. DNA showed that it belonged to a male and that he was African American, and his relatives are probably from the area. They did carbon dating at the University of Arizona, and that's where we get into more exact how long he had been there. He was born between 2000 and 2004 and died between 2007 and 2012. So, they think he was 5 to 7 years old when he died. That would be between 2005 and 2000. Wait. Yeah, he would have been 5 in 2005 and 7 in 2007. Unless he was born in 2004. Then he would have been 5 in 2009 and 7 in 2011. Okay. That's where they get 2007 to 2012. So if he was born in 2000, he would have been 7 years old in 2007 and and 12 years old in 1912. So 2012. So no, he was not 12 years old. He was 5 to 7. So if he was born in 2004, how old would he be in 2012? He would be 9, right? 14, he would be 10. He would be 8. So I think he was born closer to 2004 and probably disposed of around 2008, 9, 10, that area. That's just my opinion based on the math. And my math is terrible, but that's what that math is telling me. Sad thing is his relatives are right in that county. Oh. There was a lot of flooding, so they were actually clearing brush out of a drainage canal because the area was prone to flooding, which is why they believe the rest of the remains were not found. Yeah, Orthram did the DNA tests in 2021. So I think that author must be working on genetic genealogy for him. Facial reconstruction that you will see is from NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And if you recognize this boy, you can call NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-THELOST. Or 1-800-843-5678, which is The Lost. You can also call the Mississippi State Bureau of Investigation at 1-601-987-1530. That's 1-601-987-1530. You can call the Mississippi Chief Medical Examiner's Office, Mark Levon, 601-987-1440. 601-987-1440. And the Sharkey County Sheriff's is also on it, although they don't have a person on it. It's 1-662-873-4321. That's 1-662-873-4321. First of all, as I tuck this in the back of my cases, if his family is from the area and they can't find a missing report that matches him and nobody's come forward, could his family have done something to him? Although you'd think a grandparent would come forward and, like they did in baby Grace's case. And that's how they found out who baby Grace was in Texas. So, that's my opinion on that. Now, is it possible that the family that lives in the area didn't know about him? You know, maybe they were estranged from the parent, whichever parent, or both parents, so they weren't aware that a child had been born. That is a possibility, definitely, that we need to consider. Like I said, all possibilities need to be considered. We can't just automatically, even though we want to jump to the conclusion that the people who live in that county, who are the family, must have done it. Not necessarily. The parents could have brought him back there thinking he would be found, or whomever killed him, thinking he would be found, and the grandparent would identify him, they would bury him, and that would be the end of it. Although, you know, grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever, but that doesn't make sense, because on the other hand, because then they would be caught. So, but I think he was put there because it was a place they were familiar with. Now, is this ditch at this workplace, which I couldn't find anything about? I just got a text. And believe me, I looked it up. Is this a place that only locals would know about? Or I didn't see pictures of the area, so I really don't know. And it's possible he was put there thinking he'd be washed away in a flood. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities here. I think we're looking for a 5 or 6-year-old African American male, which would mean he'd had black hair and brown eyes. Um, and I think we are looking for one that was dumped maybe 5 years prior. About 2000, yeah, 8, 9. That's my completely uneducated opinion. Because I'm not educated in that. I'm not edumacated, as my online people like to say. So I don't know that stuff. I'm going by what I'm reading and the math I'm doing. If you come up with something else, let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm really trying to get to 1K by next year. Hashtag road to 1K. Hashtag kidmissing. My phone. God bless you, and I will see you Monday. Bye, guys. I hope you're enjoying New England November, even though this case wasn't New England because it was a Doe Friday. On Monday, we'll get back on track, and it is the case of Kathy Moulton. I am going to work on something today for that case. I want to be able to put in my clips from my show, since my show got deleted, that were on my other video. So I want to see if I can download my other video and cut those clips, because I know how to do that. From my Kidmissing TV show, Missing in Maine. I'll let you know how that goes. Bye, guys. God bless you.